Hi there, I'm Roben-Marie Smith, and in this video I wanted to share with you some of my favorite soft pastels. I've been asked a lot lately, especially from posting on Instagram, what brands I'm using and what are they. There are these amazing little chunky looking things that I have been posting. They've been showing up in some of my photographs, and there's a few different brands that I'm using. And I want to go over these and show them to you, show you how I'm using them, because I'm using them with water. I'm activating them with water. They act a lot like watercolor, but then they're different. They're a little bit chalkier, so the look is very different, but I love it. So I want to show you these different brands and show you how I'm using them. And then if you have any questions, just let me know. But I thought I'd just pop in and give you a quick overview of what they are and how I'm using them. All right, let's get started. I have two different types of paper here. This is watercolor paper. This is a hot press. And then this is True Ray construction paper. It's one of my favorites. And I have a coat of gesso on this. This is my favorite to work with on these pastels, is on a surface that has either clear gesso or just white gesso. So let's take a look at this particular brand first. These are soft form pastels, and they're Diane Townsend. And these are the different colors I got in a set. And I can't remember if this one came in the set. I don't think it did. I think this one came separately. But I wanted to introduce you to what these look like when you use them on the different surfaces. So you can just scribble them on. And then I've got some water nearby. This is the watercolor paper. So you can see how it works on that. A little bit of a line in there, or in a little bit of that scratchiness that you see there. And then here is what it looks like on the True Ray. I like the True Ray better. I like the way, or with the gesso, it just sort of sits right there on the top of it. I really like that. Let's look at a different one here. This one is by, let's use this brown one. This is Unison, also a soft pastel. So let's just go ahead and scribble some on here. And then we'll use our brush. I'm not a big fan of the scribbly marks, and I think part of it's the paper that will make it kind of do that. Watercolor paper versus the True Ray with the gesso. You can still see a little bit of it, but this is absorbing quite differently. And then here's another brand. This one is also Townsend, but these are called, I'm going to mispronounce this, Terrages. It's also an artist's pastel, and I'm just going to rub it on here, and we'll rub it there. So these are just a few that I'm trying out. I really like the Townsend. And it seems that one and another one I'm going to show you here in a second I really like. So you can see that the way that these absorb into the paper is quite different. My favorite is going to be the True Ray with the gesso. Now let's also try, this is another one I really like, Sennelier. This is a jumbo size, but this is a soft pastels too. And this one, this brand, I absolutely love this brand. So between the two, or the four, the Sennelier and the Townsend, the Diane Townsend, are my favorites. And you can see how this just spreads. I pressed kind of hard when I did the black, but you can still see some of the markings there. But I really do like it. It's just very different. And then here's a small half stick. This is also the Sennelier. And I'm just going to rub that in here. You can see how beautiful that looks in comparison to, like, here's I need to take the paper off of that, but look at how bright and brilliant that looks. And then you can really pull that color. I just think it looks really pretty, more so on this than I do the other paper. All right, this one is also a half stick of the Sennelier. And we're just going to kind of move this in here. You can kind of see the flow but I really, really like the way this works. It just reminds me a lot of watercolor, even though it's not. Now I'm just going to dab this, pull up some of that. I had a bit too much water on it. And I'm not even gonna use this watercolor paper because I'm just not my favorite. So if I was gonna kind of maybe start working on a piece and I just wanted to get some color down, I might just rub some of this on here, add in some water. Let's go back to this one. I really need to take the paper off of it because I like to rub it on its side. You can just see it really does almost behave like a watercolor. And then here's a few more of the half sticks. These are the Sennelier. So we'll put some on there, a little bit there. And we'll just add in a few other colors here. You can see how beautiful those are. And then the black. That's it. And this is how I like to use them because they are very messy. And I like to blend them with the water because it does give me a bit of a watercolor effect, but then yet it's still different. And so there's some more color. And I would probably let some of this dry and then I can go back in if I wanted to go back in and add some more color into certain spots. You could even make little marks. And then maybe tap into, and you can get these really pretty, I can even maybe make it drip if I wanted. So it's similar to watercolor, but different. You can see how pretty that makes a purple there. And then if I wanted to come in again and maybe tone this down a little bit. Yeah, now it's kind of a Payne's gray, kind of a charcoaly color. And so I would start, as I often do when I'm creating what I call underpapers, I would work with and just have these on my work surface and then just play with them. And then just add the color and the water. And do whatever I want with it, right? If I want to tone it down, I can do that. I can leave some of the areas darker. It's really up to you. I can go in. A couple of these colors are brand new and I haven't really used them yet. I'm not sure I like that brownish color, but I tend to gravitate a little bit more to these brighter colors. You can see just how yummy that is when it's activated with water. So pretty. But with the gesso, it just looks different than straight watercolor. Let's put some in here. And this will look really cool when it's dry. And then I'll have some paper that I can kind of start adding more layers onto if I want, with either acrylic or paper collage or more pastels. And I'll just keep playing. And these are really fun just to kind of work with no set way of doing it, just play, right? But again, my favorites are going to be the Townsend, Diane Townsend, the soft form, and the Sennelier are the two that are my favorites, and that was just a jumbo stick of that. And then the others are the Unison. And then this is still a Townsend, but it's the Terrages. I know I'm not pronouncing that correctly. But those are the ones I am currently using. And of course, these beautiful ones here have been the ones that have shown up quite a bit in some photos. So if you have any questions, let me know. But I just wanted to show you just a little peek and a little bit of playing with the soft pastels and how much they look and react are similar to watercolor. All right, let me know if you have any questions. Thanks, bye.